Hello and welcome to our channel. The topic of our today's video is how social anxiety changes your thinking. Have you ever replayed a simple conversation in your head again and again and again? You said hi, but your brain says, "Why did you say it like that?" They think you are awkward. You embarrassed yourself. Now imagine this happens every single day. That is not overthinking, that is social anxiety, shaping the way your mind works. In this video, we are going to break down how social anxiety changes your thinking patterns, how it rewires your inner voice, and why your brains keep working against you, even when nothing bad is happening. If you have ever felt mentally exhausted after social situations, stayed silent when you wanted to speak, or judged yourself harsher than anyone else ever could, this video is for you. What social anxiety really is. Social anxiety is not just shyness, it is not introversion, and it is definitely not weakness. Social anxiety is a fear based mental pattern where your brain constantly scans for social danger, judgment, embarrassment, rejection, or humiliation. Your brain treats everyday interactions like talking to strangers, speaking in class, posting online, making eye contact, even eating in public, as if they are threatening situations. And when the brain detects threat, it changes how you think. That is where everything begins. 2. Your brain becomes a threat detector. With social anxiety, your brain becomes hyper alert. It constantly asks, what if they judge me? What if I say something wrong? What if I embarrass myself? This creates a mental state where neutral faces look angry. Silence feels well, silence feels like rejection. Small mistakes feel catastrophic. Your brain overestimates danger and underestimates safety. Even when people are kind, distracted, or neutral, your mind assumes the worst. This is not because you are negative. It is because your anxiety trained your brain to accept social harm. The inner critic gets louder. One of the biggest changes social anxiety causes is the voice inside your head. Your inner critics become louder, meaner, more convincing. It says things like, you sounded stupid. They notice your anxiety. You are not interesting. You should have stayed quiet. What is scary is that this voice feels like the truth. But here is the reality, this voice is not inside, it's anxiety pretending to be logic. Social anxiety turns your mind into a courtroom where you are always guilty, even without evidence. Mind reading and assumptions. Another major thinking change is mind reading. You don't just think about people, you think for them. You assume they think I am boring, they notice my nervousness, they are judging my appearance. The problem, you don't have proof, but social anxiety does not need proof. It uses feelings as facts. If it feels embarrassing, your brain decides it must have been embarrassing. This creates a false reality where everyone is watching, analyzing, and judging you when most people are actually focused on themselves. Your, your brain replays everything. After social interactions, social anxiety does not let you rest. Instead, it forces you to replay conversation, analyze tone, words, expressions, zoom in on tiny details. You remember one awkward pause, one sentence you wish you had not said, and your brain ignores everything that went fine, every neutral or positive reaction. This is called post event rumination, and it trains your brain to associate socializing with pain. even when nothing objectively bad happened. Thinking in extremes. Social anxiety changes your thinking into black and white mode. Instead of that was okay, your brain says that was terrible. Instead of I made a small mistake, it says I ruined everything. One awkward moment becomes I am socially incompetent. This extreme thinking makes every interaction feel like a test. You are constantly failing, even though there was no test to begin with. Avoidance feels like safety. Over time, your brain learns something dangerous. Avoidance equals relief. Skipping events, staying quiet, canceling plans, not speaking up. It feels good in the moment because anxiety drops. But your brain learns social situations are dangerous. Avoid them. This strengthens the anxiety loop and slowly shrinks your comfort zone. Not because you are incapable, but because your brain is trying to protect you the wrong way. Your self image changes. Social anxiety does not just affect thoughts, it changes how you see yourself. You start believing, I am awkward, I am bad with people, something is wrong with me. But these are not the personality traits, they are learned beliefs shaped by your anxiety. You begin to define yourself by fear instead of reality. And the longer this goes on, the more convincing it feels. The hidden truth about social anxiety. Here is the truth most people never hear. Social anxiety does not mean you are weak. It means your brain is overprotective. It is trying to keep you safe from rejection, even if that protection causes isolation. Your thoughts are not broken, they are miscalibrated. And the moment you understand how social anxiety changes your thinking, you gain the power to question it. You are not your anxious thoughts. You are not the voice criticizing you. You are not the fear predicting rejection. Social anxiety changes your thinking, but thinking can be retrained, and awareness is always the first step. If this video resonated with you, you are not alone, and you never were.